Hi folks, Michael Robinson here with michaelrobinsonart.com. Welcome to another installment of the story behind my artwork. I'm featuring this piece this week. It's called Super Novocain. This guy looks like got a big toothache, right? Well, anyway, Super Novocain is a reference to a song that I love by this hard rock band called 10 Years. And one of the refrains in there is "living inside a dream," which is super cool because I feel like in this COVID era, so many of us have sort of been living in kind of a dream state or a state of suspended animation. And this character here is kind of popping out like it's an anxiety attack, and so in a sense here, you see the bottom, another cultural reference along the bottom here. I've painted in my handwriting, which is, I got the wildest handwriting ever. I write like a 5-year-old or something like that, just learning how to write. Anyway, it says, "I picked a bad week to quit sniffing glue." And I'll let you figure out which character is doing the glue sniffing, if it's this person here or this character here. But that's a reference to a movie that came out in 1980. It was a spoof of disaster movies, and it was called Airplane. And in there's a famous scene where Lloyd Bridges is trying to direct this plane in, and he goes, I picked a bad week to quit sniffing glue," and his hair goes flying up. But that kind of reminded me of this character right here. You can see that I used a lot of purple on this background. I scraped it and painted it and put all kinds of blues and purples in here to give it a really nice textured look. And one of the things about this piece I'm going to talk about just briefly is I practice what I call something called the art of subtraction. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times I'll have a drawing and I'll go to put it on canvas and I'll think to myself, what can I take out of this painting? Instead of putting a lot of stuff in, what can I take out of this painting to improve its impact and its flow? And so there were originally going to be a lot of other things in here, and I just felt like I like to do something called spatial surrealism. That's what I call it. So I just really like the space and how it helped this thing harmonize and flow with the colors, right? There are lots of faces in this painting. Some are obvious, like this one up here and this one here, but some are hidden down in this area down here. I think at last count I had like 7 or 8 faces in here. I love this mouth. It actually reminds me of something that my brother did back when we were in college together. He was doing art for the local community college, and he had a piece of these wild lips in there. And we were listening to a band called Roxy Music. Sort of reminded me of this. This hand here, sort of like reaching out for help or telling people to stop. I'm not really sure. It's up for interpretation. But this actually was a super fun piece to do. The drawing itself came together fairly quickly. I was chatting with my wife one evening, and I just walked in the kitchen, sat down, grabbed my pad, sat down in the living room, and sketched something out fairly quickly. And then it was a matter of just getting it all down on canvas. But I really like how all this stuff flows. Like, here's a face, here's an extra face here. I'll put up a little closer. Then we have breasts in here. There's a hidden eye. You have to look carefully, but this is actually an eye looking out toward the universe. So there's a lot going on here. I really am happy with the way Super Novocain came out. It's actually was a really fun piece. And as I said, I really like how all the color schemes go together. It's definitely a Michael Robinson color scheme. Anyway, so that's the story behind this painting, Super Novocain. Very, very fun piece. I hope you like it too. And I want to thank you once again for joining me. I'm Michael Robinson with michaelrobinsonart.com. And now I have to get over here and turn this thing off and try to make it look kind of graceful. Okay, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.